Hello, it's not surprising why tithing has been one of the most controversial topics in recent times. For one reason, because it's probably the most mistaught and misinterpreted. As a matter of fact, when you look at the way tithing is being taught these days, it actually looks like a scam. I think more even like an institutional or government scam. And for good reason, because you can't gather a bunch of people and you tell them that if they pay their tithe, they're going to get rich and going to get wealthy. Pay attention and follow me closely. The problem with that is that the purpose of tithing is not for creating wealth, but for multiplying and preserving wealth. There is a difference. It means something else is responsible for creating wealth. Because if you tell someone if they tithe, they are going to get blessed, for them to tithe, they need to have something to tithe from. So I can't be broke and homeless and I have nothing, and I tithe to get myself out of my broke, homeless, and poor situation. It means I need another key to get me something first before I tithe. And another evidence that tithing is not meant for creating wealth is that the Bible tells us we are blessed according to what we give, okay? Therefore, if I tithe, say I have $1 billion and I tithe $100 million, and you have just $1,000 and you tithe $100. Now, if we are getting rewarded according to the level of our tithing, our giving, out of my $100 million, how much do you think I'm going to get? The scriptures talk about when you talk of giving 100-fold, pressed down and shaken. What's the 100 times of 100 million? And you have tithed $100. Even if it's multiplied 1,000 times, that is not going to change your life. You see? So the scripture actually tells us, give and it shall be given to you according to what you give. So if you have enough seeds and you plant a lot of seeds, you're also going to reap a lot of harvest. So tithing, just like the stock market, is for preserving and multiplying wealth. When you look at scriptures, for example, Abraham, when the scriptures talk about him tithing in Genesis, Abraham had just conquered in battle and had made away with a lot of loot. So Abraham was actually very rich. And that is the time when he met Melchizedek and decided to pay tithes of the excess that he had. And from Abraham, you move down to Isaac. Isaac had to contend in that land. He had to fight all the people that were resisting him in that land. He dug a well, they'll seize the well. He dug another well, they'll seize the well, until eventually he dug a well, and it was the perfect well, and he invested. The scriptures tell us he invested in that land and he reaped 100-fold. It doesn't tell us he tithed in that land and he reaped 100-fold. No, he invested, okay? He created value and then he reaped 100-fold. And of course, from that 100-fold, he would pay his tithe to preserve and to multiply that harvest. So therefore, it's irresponsible, you might say, to gather people who have no skills, no experience, no job, nothing, and tell them that if they tithe, they are going to change their financial situation. Honestly, it doesn't work that way, as we can see the evidence. And if you remember, I do compare tithing to like the stock market, okay? To really make money in the stock market, you need to have money. So if you invest $1 billion in the stock market, and let's say you're even getting just a guaranteed 1% return, what's 1% of $1 billion? $10 million. Do you think you can live comfortably monthly on $10 million? Obviously. So you're not using that platform to create wealth. No, you're using it to protect your 1 billion and to multiply it to get a monthly interest that you can actually live comfortably off. So, and that is the same thing that applies with tithing. Therefore, what people really need, people who don't have anything, they need to be taught skills to create value. They need to be taught the principles of money. They need to be taught ideas on how to use what they have to get what they need. And I believe that's sincerely what is lacking in the body of Christ today. Tithing is good, okay? It's scriptural principle, but its purpose is not for creating wealth. Its purpose is that after you have created that wealth, using the skills and the potentials that God has blessed you with, then you come back to tithe. And in essence, it's an acknowledgement that God, you are the source. You're the one who gave me these ideas. You're the one who gave me these revelations, this opportunity of investment. You're the one who gave me the skills and the know-how to do what I just did to get this wealth. So I'm bringing a token of it to acknowledge you as the source of this. And God appreciates, once he's acknowledged as the source, he multiplies what you have. And that is it. That is the place of tithing. So that is it. I hope you understand the difference between creating wealth and preserving and multiplying that wealth. The tools for creating wealth remains the skills and the potentials for solving problems and creating value. And that includes ideas, which is one of the ways that God blesses us when we tithe. He gives us ideas that once we exploit, we invest ourselves in, the returns are always more than 100-fold, enough to change an entire life, as we can see even with scriptural examples. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something. Do give it a thumbs up and share it with someone that you know is going to benefit from it. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, click that bell so you don't miss the next video. A big thank you to all our patrons for helping us create content like this. You too can support this channel. The link is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.